Almost forgot. Hey, Tony here, Random Adventures 2.0. Where are we at? And what are we doing? So, well, where we're at is Arizona. So we were just in Utah and we're back in Arizona, and you saw I slept at the Walmart parking lot because I got in late. And well, where are we going? Well, let me walk down this way a little bit more and I'll show you. Man, I can't wait to, I've seen this on calendars and everything. So, and I can't believe we're here. All right, let's go. All right, so where we're going is right down there, and it's Horseshoe Bend. Man, I can't believe I am standing here. We've got a little bit of a walk yet, so it's about 1.5 miles from the parking lot, and it was $10 to get in. But it's well worth it, right? Because we're going to spend a little bit of time here. We're going to take a look at the Horseshoe Bend. Like I said, I've seen it on calendars, and I know you've seen it too. So, man, this is going to be amazing. All right, let's go. Yeah, the grade on the walk is about a 3% grade, so it's not bad. And it's a very hard, compact ground, so you can see that. Nice and compact. Probably gets a lot of foot traffic, I'm imagining. So we're here early as the sun's coming up. I'm thinking it's going to be best like that with the sun behind us. But we've still got a little ways to go. Alrighty, we made it. All right, let's get a good look at this. So we're gonna probably stay here a while till that sun gets down there. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. That is amazing. I'm gonna put it on wide. There we go. Look at that. It looks like the calendar. All right, we got to get that sun up a little bit more so that we can see this a little better. Yeah, so they've got a railing and concrete here. It says you're not supposed to go off the path because that's a long way down. That is a long way down. All right, so it's a good thing the railing's here. Now, the railing wasn't always here. A guy showed me a picture that just came up, and he said he had a picture from 2015, and he said there was no railing here. So I said, I bet you that was nerve-wracking. He said, it still is. So, yeah, but look at the reflection in the water down there. So we're starting to get the sun coming up high enough to where it's starting to reflect on the water. But, yeah, it's pretty smooth down there. Pretty nice. All right, I'm going to get some more pictures. Yeah, so this is the rock that's around here. So you can see it's got all the reds in it and everything. And yeah, and then it just drops off right on the other side. So yeah, very cool. Alrighty, so that was amazing down there. I ended up getting quite a few pictures. I'll put them up here in a second, but yeah, that's a 3% grade going down. No problem. 3% grade going up, it's a little bit of a problem. Before the stroke, it wouldn't have been a problem at all. Man, I would have run up here, but yeah, that's one of the unfortunate things about my stroke is this isn't back yet. So on this trip across America, I know there's things that I'm missing because I can't go as far as I want to or used to. But hey, what we're seeing I think is pretty cool, right? So hey, let me go ahead and share those pictures with you. All right, I'll probably put it to music. Here you go. Okay, we're back in the car. Whoo, that was a walk. So I got my jacket off. That thing got warm. But weren't those pictures amazing? So, yeah, I'm going to hang out here for a minute. And I made coffee this morning. I didn't show you guys that. But I made some fresh grind coffee. And I'm going to sit here and enjoy that for a couple minutes and turn the air conditioner on. I don't even know what temperature it is, but it's going to start warming up. Whew. Yeah, here we go. Alrighty, so we're back on the road. We're leaving that spot and we're gonna head to another spot. And I've got a couple ideas in mind, and let's go on and get over there. Alright, oh, hey, while I was there, I actually ate breakfast. Here's what I had. I've been a little lax to showing you guys what I eat, but I don't always get a chance to eat. I've been rushing, and I'm German. All right, here's some granola, and I had that with some yogurt that I picked up yesterday that's been in the refrigerator, so I thought this was a great time to have that. All right, I'm filled up. Okay, so we just came back down. Well, we went north on 89. We actually came into this area yesterday. I saw this and I wanted to drive down this scenic drive, so I'll pull you out of the car in a second. Alrighty, so this is the Glen Canyon Dam. So that's the dam right over there. There is a viewing point. You got to go down a lot of steps to get to it, and it gives you a view of the dam with some water in front of it. But there is a tour, and there's a visitor center. So I'm thinking we do the visitor center and find out more about the tour and maybe take the tour. I believe they said you can walk out onto the dam. I don't know if it's operational right now, but you can also take an elevator down to the bottom. So I'm thinking that's more my style right now. Yeah. All right, so let's get over there. So you can see right here, it's Carl Hayden Visitor Center. And, oh, look at this sign. So it is closed on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. And guess what today is? Tuesday. And it also says no public access to Glen Canyon Dam. There are no public tours of the Glen Canyon Dam. Huh. So before we look over the edge, they got a slab that came from a local area. So this is a piece of slab with dinosaur prints on it. Is that ever cool or what? All right, so let's go on over and take a look over the wall. Alrighty, so here's the bridge that we just drove over to get to the visitor center that's closed. And right here's the dam. Look at that. I believe they got it closed since COVID, someone said. So, yeah, they do no public tours any longer. Tuesdays, I think. All right, so I'm standing here at the dam. I'm getting ready to walk up and give a film down of the dam from the bridge, which it's going to be pretty awesome. But I ran into Jesse Sharko, man. And how do you say your last name?
B.
Okay, so that's French. I had trouble pronouncing it, right? But I saw him over at the Horseshoe Bend taking some photography, and so we both were over here. He's waiting to do a helicopter tour. That's cool. But let me put his business card up here. He does photography. And do you post some of that stuff so people can see?
I haven't posted in a while, but I am eventually going to post most of my stuff in my trip that I'm doing.
Oh,
so,
nice.
Eventually I'll start reposting a lot of stuff.
Oh, awesome. So, yeah, and he was showing me a couple of pictures. They're really cool. So check it out. All right. Well, I'm going to get up there and I'm going to talk to Jesse for a little bit more. All right. See ya. Okay, this is a look straight down, and I'm going to pan you up the dam. All right, so there it is. So right over there is Lake Powell. Yeah, and that's what feeds around to the Horseshoe Bend. So just walking out across the bridge here. Yeah, when them tractor trailers go by, you can feel it shaking. But I'm going to pan you over. So they've got a nice fence here so you don't fall. Yeah, don't want to fall. But I'm just gonna look down again. Look at that. That's a long way down. So you can see the wires that's generating electricity, because the water drops down through the dam and then comes out the bottom, and that spins turbines and makes electric. And I'm gonna pan you across here so you can see the size of them power lines that are coming off of this dam. Yeah, that's crazy. We're gonna let this car go by and that one go by. Well, I think we can make it. Hurry, hurry. So we're gonna take a look at the other side. All right, so this is a lot lower because, wow. Look at that. That is amazing. Boy, that water's nice and clear. Wonder how the fishing is. Way down there's a couple boats. Way down there as well. It's not focusing. Yeah. So that's a great look. There's only so many places that have holes that you can stick your phone through. But I don't want to drop my phone because that'll be the end of it. All right, so if you're watching this video, just know that I didn't drop it. All right. Yeah. So look at that sandstone. That's awesome. You hear that rattle? That's because there's a big cement truck coming, or an earthquake. It was a cement truck. It's rattling. All right, so that's another look at it. So down that way is the Horseshoe Bend that we were at this morning. Yeah, there's a lot of kilowatts going through those lines. All right, so here's a closer up picture of the sign. And so there's the visitor center information and tours of dam. Well, there is no dam tour. It's a shame there's no more tours. Yeah, maybe that's a reason to come back, maybe in a year or so. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get in the Subaru. I gotta get a picture of the Subaru. Man, it looks good with that background. All right, let me do that, and then I'll talk to you in the car. Yeah, so there's another viewing area. So this is looking at it from the Lake Powell side. Well, it's not really a lake. It's kind of a stream or a river. But there you see the dam and the water, and then looking across. Now that is the bridge, and that is an impressive sight. Yeah, that was definitely impressive. Very. So, well, I got to figure out what we're doing next. I don't know if we're going to leave the area or stay in the area. So let me do some checking and I'll get back with you. Oh, look at those big power lines. Here's a quick drive back across the bridge. Oh, this is cool. And to think we walked on that. Yep. Alrighty. So I stopped to get gas, and I'm walking towards the store, and I saw this Subaru, and then I saw this guy. And everybody say hi to Connor. And you've got a trail name, because we got to talking, and he's hiked the PCT.
I hiked in 2019. My trail name was Caveman, and yeah, hiked in when there was all of the snow, went northbound all the way through all of that snow, like 500 miles of all of that, trudging through Cyclops and all of that, and
wow.
It was an amazing trip. I absolutely loved it, and it just showed me how much I love hiking. And while I haven't done another through hike, I'm just hiking like crazy. And
yes.
My whole life is skiing and hiking.
There you go. So it's really cool because he had hiked it in 2019, and I said about being a trail angel. And I know I got the playlist on my website about, or the channel about the playlist for doing trail magic and stuff. And we were talking about some of the best trail magic he ever had after, what was that one?
It was up at a pass in the Sierras, one of the only roads, and you went up and someone was doing trail magic, and it was like, oh my gosh, awesome. We were like, where's the trail? And people that did it that year, you couldn't find the trail most of the time in the Sierras, and then heard someone calling out and saying, hey, trail magic over here, and it was absolutely amazing.
Yeah, and somebody was making personal pizzas and had a fondue, chocolate fondue thing. Yeah, you were saying.
Yeah, not the time that I went, but other people were, and it's like, oh man, that's a really amazing spot.
All right, I'm just making the grilled cheese 2.0 grilled cheese. But if he ever hikes the Appalachian Trail, if you do, we're going to do some trail magic for him and some support. So we're just having a great time talking. And where are you from?
I live in Bozeman, Montana.
Bozeman, Montana. And you weren't going to stop here.
No, I wasn't. I was going to go on, but I'm like, need to go to the bathroom, get some gas. And then while I was about to leave, he showed up and was like, hey, you have a Subaru too. And got to talking.
So that's those divine appointments that we talk about. And I got a new good friend here in Connor, or Caveman. Tell us how you got your trail name.
I took a nap in the cave just before Warner Spring. So around mile 100, it was like 80 degrees out. It's probably 10 degrees cooler in the cave. Told people how awesome it was and got the name Caveman.
All right, so this is Caveman, all right? All right, well, we're going to catch up a little bit more, and we'll talk to you later. All right, bye. See ya. Alrighty. So I checked. I was going to do the Antelope Slot Canyon tour, but they were all booked out. So they had no reservations available at all. So that'll have to be another time. So right now we're on Arizona Route 98, and we got 101 miles to drive, and I'm going to check things out on the way. All right, so we're working our way towards our next location. I don't know if you can see it or not. Way out there on the left, there's a butte that sticks way up in the air. That's where Jesse from We Met at the Dam, that's where he was headed. He was going to do a helicopter tour up onto the top of that thing. Yeah, I asked him how much that cost. He said $250. Yikes. What a great look. Man, that thing just juts up out of the desert. That is beautiful. Yeah, we're just continuing out 98. And yeah, the landscapes was pretty flat back there for quite a while, but it's starting to see more buttes and mountains out across the desert here. And I believe both sides of the road are Indian reservation, Navajo Indian reservations. So yeah, there's no BLM land right out here, but maybe a little closer to where we're going, maybe we can find something. Yeah, look at the colors of that sandstone. Yeah, it's like cream color, and then you see the reds way out there on the tops. Yeah, and some big valleys. I could just imagine the buffalo roaming back in the day, you know, grazing out in all these plains, and wow. Yeah, I pulled over just for a minute because the landscape changes so quick sometimes, but my phone overheats very quickly because of the sun, and it's up mounted on the dash. But when I pulled over, I looked out my rear view mirror on the side of the car, or my side mirror, and I saw this little bush, and I saw the reflection in the mirror. So I took some pictures. Look at these pictures. So I'm having fun taking pictures. All right. Yeah, so we're going to get back on the road here. And yeah, this is just amazing. Amazing views. And I can't capture it all. You're just going to have to make this drive yourself someday. But this can be your appetizer. All right. Full course, you'll have to do on your own. All right. Yeah, we're not in Kansas anymore. So, you know, driving out through on this series, whenever they cut roads through the sides of the hills, you can see what the contour of the land is or what the material is. I tell you what, it's different every state. Oh, there's a scenic view. Wow. Yeah, it's a good thing we stopped. Look at that out there. It's definitely scenic. Okay, in a half a mile, we're gonna pick up junction 160 in a half a mile. So this is the end of Route 98. So, man, we just came through a lot of different landscapes. Yeah, turn left. Yeah, I know. Thanks. All right. So we're gonna turn left and get going. Okay, I made a detour. All right. So I pulled off on this one road because I saw a sign. I don't know how far it's gonna be, but I'm gonna go check it out. I'll bring you along. Well, if you want to come along, stay tuned. Yeah, I'm just going to pull off here and just show you this. Look at that. There's a lot of areas like this along this road where there's no dirt. It's just windswept. Yeah, that is really interesting. So that's this whole way out through here. And I'm thinking that when we were at that dam earlier today, remember we saw the dinosaur footprints? You know, that's the kind of stuff that gets exposed when the wind blows all the sand off these hardened rock shale, limestone or whatever it is. I guess it's more of a sandstone. But yeah, you can see it's bare right out on across the top here, and there's trees growing up in the middle of it where there's a little bit of soil. The roots crack down through and grow. Here we are, Navajo National Monument, a quarter of a mile. Yeah, I had to walk out to this vista. Look at this. Look how far that goes. Wow. Yeah, they said this is like an upside down mountain. This canyon here, up on the top, you've got Douglas firs, and then you get the pines, and then at the bottom, there's a whole different plant life down there. And because less sunlight reaches the bottom of the canyon, more moisture stays down. It evaporates less. So up top here, you've got all this exposed rock and, yeah, no sand, and it's dry. But the further down you go, the wetter it gets, especially down there at the bottom. That's a long way down, and it narrows as well as it goes down. They call it 3 different zones. All right, let's get back in the car. Yeah, I really hope they're still open, because we're jumping back and forth between mountain time and Arizona time, so it's going back and forth an hour. Every time I leave an area, it's jumping around. So I hope they're still open and we got enough time. Yep, there it is.
In 1,000 feet, turn left onto via 221. Via 2.
So an empty flagpole, that's because visitor center's closed. All right, I'm gonna walk around here real quick and check this map out right here and see if there's something we can see. So they do have a canyon view trail, but from what I saw, all of the dwellings are to the right. So they're this way here. So stay on trail. So I'm thinking you have to go down. I can go down, but I just can't get back up as good. And all right. Well, that's the back of the visitor center, and there's some displays and boards and stuff around. But I am going to give it a try. I think it's a half a mile walk, which isn't bad. So we'll see how down it is. All right. Remember I said I was going to show you some snow. That's snow. All right. Oh, that's nice and cold. I might have to save this for a refreshment after I'm done. All right. Yeah, this is very interesting. So the pygmy conifer forest and Indian store. This trail leads through vegetation typical of the plateaus of northern Arizona. Yeah, so we got pines. And they're not real tall. So it's a conifer forest. Oh, look at that straight ahead. This is cool. Well, I got all night, all right? Oh, look at that one right there. That's a conifer there. Look how small it is. Wow. So as you can see, that all their sand is blown off of this plateau. Yeah, very cool. So I just talked to someone and they said even though the visitor center's closed, the trails are always open. This is great. So they said the trail is pretty much all paved the whole way down. It's a 1.3 mile round trip. So I'm thinking that's not going to be too bad. But yeah. So hey, I just met a family from South Carolina. So awesome to meet people. And hey, Reed, if you're watching, comment and say hi. All right. Yep, was their son, young man, really cool and polite kid. Great job, parents. Look at this contrast. We got snow right up there, and you got the trail right here, and then the conifer forest right there, and then the canyon drops off. All right, so here's a little note. Grizzly bear prickly pear. The fruit is of the prickly pear cactus is widely eaten by southwestern Indians. It is picked with a forked stick or wooden tongs, and the spines are broken or burned off. It may be eaten fresh or dried. Yeah, I'll see if I can find one. Oh, there looks like one by that rock. So there's the grizzly bear prickly pine or prickly pear cactus. Yeah, wonder what they taste like. Yeah, some more patches of snow here. And you can just see the conifers, just how the trunks are old and weathered. Yeah, I'm thinking that as the sand was blowing across, or when it blows, it becomes like a sandblaster on these trunks. Yeah, and just weathers them. Yeah, there's a lot of these little tags here. So the pinon pine, that's this pine right here, the nut of its fruit is actually eaten raw or roasted. It is a favorite wild food of southwestern Indians. Prehistoric Indians used the pitch to fasten stone arrowheads and knives to wooden shafts and handles. Wow, very handy. Yeah, a lot more snow. Big patch of it there in the shade. There's an old weathered tree. And a look over at the canyon. Wow. Ah, we made it. All right. So let's take a look at this. Oh my goodness, is this incredible. Man, you got to take a look at this. All right. So looking from the top down, like I said, there was 3 levels I read. So you had that level, then this level, and then the ground floor. I don't know if you can make it out. So way, way down there, you can see the white bark on those trees. Those are aspens. So there's a whole aspen forest that runs along the bottom. And really, aspens grow on mountains and stuff. So when they were saying that it's a reverse mountain, that's pretty right. So aspens generally do not grow on the bottom. It's really cool. So there was a 20-year drought I was just reading about that forced them to leave. They didn't abandon it. They just left in future hopes of coming back. All right, so that's the one end of the canyon. We made it. Yeah. So I'm just going to pan across the top and then down. But right about here, you can see that carved in area. That's actually the settlement that was there. The sun's not shining in it, but I'll see if I can get some zoomed in pictures. But it says it's 152 foot high, and there's buildings in there. And then you look down a little further, so this is the rest of the canyon going down. So there is an aspen forest at the bottom of it. Here, let me show you that. Here's a good look at those aspen trees that are down there. So I'm zoomed in pretty good. Yeah. And then right up here, some more. And then up the next level would be where the ruins are, right there. So it's 372 foot wide. So one last look. I'm gonna scan it again, and I'm gonna turn up into the sun. There is a way into the canyon down at the one end down here, so that's how you would get in. I believe there's a trail that goes there, and someone just told me that they do guided tours. Yeah, that's amazing. We're looking down on top of birds that are flying down there. I don't know what type of bird it is, but they're flying around way below where we're standing. Yeah, and there's some up higher. You can see them. They look almost like sparrows. Well, we got to work our way back up there. All right, like I said, I've got all day. All right, I'll see you back up there. Unless I see something really cool to show you. All right, here we go. Come all the way back for you. It's easier going downhill than it is uphill. That's for sure. All right. I don't know if I'll do too many more walk-bys. All right. That was amazing. So I made it back to the car. All right. So I went over and checked out that campsite. They said they only got one campsite open right now, and all the spots that I saw were taken. So I am gonna continue to press on. I got about 30 more miles to go till I get to the area that I was thinking of getting to. It's not to the area we're gonna go, but it's a lot closer. It gets us a lot closer. Plus there's no service out here, and I want to try to call Miss 2.0. Say I love you and good night. So I'm gonna press on, and hey, I'll bring you back in a bit. Alrighty. I gotta go over a cattle grate. It's gonna bang. Listen, cows don't like to go over that. All right. Talk to you in a bit. Yeah, you can see the sun still hitting the valley out there. The sun's pretty much to the left of us as we're driving, but it's setting soon. It's really interesting. My car has satellite, and it's 547 according to my car, but it's 647 according to my phone, because my phone hasn't updated because I have no reception. So we are crossing time zones, going back and forth between them. So yeah, it's we just gained a whole hour. All right, I don't know if we'll lose it later. We'll see. Alrighty, so here we are. We're staying at Burger King in the back parking lot. Down at the gas station when I got gas, I asked where a good place to stay was, and they said, well, you want to stay over at Burger King, and that's where a lot of tractor trailers go. And there's other campers there, so this is going to be perfect. But inside, I went to use the bathroom, and they actually have a World War II Navajo Code Talkers display and Navajo Culture Center at Burger King. So that's what this one has. It's really, really cool. So where are we staying? We're staying right back there. So I've got Jake on the end, and then right next to me is Chad and Pam. So, and then their motorcycle is right in between us. They're going home to see their grandkids. Yep. So we're gonna kind of stick with numbers. Yeah. All right. I'll talk to you when I get in the car. Alrighty, I'm back in the car. So I went into Burger King, like I said, and we're good at staying here. And I am ready to close this video out. You probably are too, but we had an amazing day. I want to thank you for coming along. And hey, wait a minute. Cue the music. All right, there it is. All right, so hey, if you haven't subscribed or hit the notification bell, we still got a lot of videos to do yet. We got to make it all the way back to Pennsylvania. But tomorrow's going to be awesome, or the next episode's going to be pretty cool. So stick around. You don't want to miss it every Mondays and Thursdays. And then Sunday Night Lives. All right, so Tony 2.0 out. Good night, and I'll see you in the next video. All right, take care.